Good morning and welcome to my channel, Jules Craft Room, and this is Crafty Catch Up episode 8. So this morning I'm just going to go through some fabric purchases I made. I went to the Stitch Festival just over a week ago. One of my daughter-in-laws and my son bought it as the tickets for my birthday, and she came with me, and also one of my other daughters, Amy, came with me as well, and we're all keen crafters, so we had a lovely look round. It was a lovely day because we went on a coach from our hometown, so there was no worrying about driving or jumping on and off trains or anything like that. It was just get on the coach, it takes you there, you look round, and then it brings you back in the evening. So it was nice and easy, and I must admit I think we all three of us fell asleep on the way back in the coach, so we're absolutely exhausted. But yes, so I didn't buy as much as I thought. I'd gone there thinking £100 at least, and I thought I'd get a variety of different crafts, very much like I did when I went to the Knitting and Stitching show at the Ali Pali. But I don't know, maybe there wasn't as much there, or I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know, but I found that I just bought a lot of fabric and nothing else. So, and really I hadn't bought a lot until after lunchtime. I'd looked round, my daughter had bought quite a bit, my daughter-in-law had bought some fabric, and I hadn't bought a lot, and I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to find anything. Anyway, we were walking past the Emporium counter, and I saw lots of their patterns, and they've got some already made up, and they had this dress, which I think it's the Frida dress, and they had that made up in a lovely grey double gauze with some silver flecks in it. And I thought, oh, that looks really lovely. And I'd had this pattern for a good 2 years and not done anything with it. So I thought, oh, and they sell fabric as well. They didn't have the same fabric they'd made it up in, but they had lots of different double gauzes. And I thought, oh, I'll get some double gauze and I'll make that up. Well, they didn't have this pattern at all on the store. She said they're completely sold out. But she very kindly went online and looked up to see how much fabric I'd need, so that I could buy some fabric. So this is what I bought. I went for just the plain royal blue double gauze because blue does suit me, and I went for that. And I bought, I think it's 2.2 meters. She said I needed to make the dress, and that's what I bought. And I have already. I have already gone round with the overlocker and put it in the washing machine, this piece. So I've got that to make. So I'm still thinking that I will use this pattern. It's either that or the fringe dress, which I made a lovely top, and I'll put a picture of it up here recently. And that's the fringe dress. But I'm thinking I'll probably stick to this one. And while I was at the counter, I also bought this double gauze, and I thought it'd be too much as a dress, too much orange, but I thought it'd make a nice top. So I might make, I think you can make this into a top, or I could make another fringe top like I did before. But this is a lovely orange. Oh, just dropped the pattern on the dog. Sorry, Penny. So yes, this is a lovely orange with little gold flecks in it. And I'd never worked with double gauze until I did that top recently. And that double gauze came in a Soho Lee Jane box, the blue one. And it's just beautiful to work with. It's lovely. So I'm sold on double gauze. Then I went back upstairs, and they had lots of baskets full of remnants. And I found this. Look at this. It's a gorgeous baby pink, and it's got gold flecks on it, and that's double gauze as well. I haven't washed this one yet, but I thought that'll make a lovely blouse for the summer. I think it's just, I did have it down here, what's it, pink double gauze. It's 1.5 meters, but it's only that's sort of 1.5 by 100 in the whole square, so it's not very big, but hopefully it would do a top. But that's beautiful. Then I saw this and I had to have it. It was only £4 out the remnant box, or £3, and it reminds me of the spotty bag, and I thought I can make something. I don't think I'd make something to wear, but I thought it would be lovely as a bag or something, or backing for a Mandy Shaw project or something. So yeah, so I got that. You never know, maybe I might make a top, but we'll see. But I think it's more likely to be used as complementing one of Mandy Shaw's patterns. And then the other thing was, I'd seen a lot of, when I was at the Emporium counter, I saw that they'd made some of their patterns out of anglaise, Bora anglaise, I can't pronounce it. So yes, so I got some of that, and I got some of that in the remnants as well. So I got this lovely one, which has got, it's got little dots on it, and then it's got this beautiful border. I don't know if you can see it there. And I thought that would be lovely. You could have that scalloped bit at the bottom of the blouse, and it'd be lovely and cool. So I thought, yes, I might make a nice blouse out of that. And the other one I got was, and this one's been washed, so, and that was this one, and you can see the tiny little holes in it, but it's not see-through. And that again has got a nice scallop little edge, so I'll be able to do something. And I think got 1.5 meters each of those, so they'll make a nice cool blouse for the summer. So yeah, so that was my purchases really. I didn't buy any patterns. I was very good. I said I'm not buying anything for the grandkids. I've got so many patterns and kits waiting to be made for them, so I was good. I said no about that. But I am going to try and make more stuff for myself, because I never make anything for myself. I always make it for other people. So I thought, no, I've got to start being selfish and make stuff for myself. I really like that blouse I made in the double gauze, the fringe top. So I really want to make more of those and make stuff for me. So yeah, so that's what I got from the stitching show, I think it was. Yeah, so it was great fun. We had a lovely day out. And as I say, we're all worn out at the end of it. Okay, well, hopefully I'll come back to you soon with some more bits and pieces. Right, I thought I'd come back on and talk to you about this pattern, the Once Upon a Time pattern that I got off Etsy. I spoke to you last video about it, because I'm going to make the Elsa dress. So my plan was that the bodice, I would use this cotton fabric here. And it's got no stretch, well, maybe a tiny bit. So I was going to use that for the bodice. And when I went to cut it out, it said, remember to have knit fabric that's stretchy. And I thought, I'm going to have a problem with that. So I decided that I had this white stretchy fabric in my stash. So I thought I'd do the back in this, and just the front in the blue. Then of course I bought this tool for the cape, and I was going to do the sleeves, but this again has got no stretch, and the bit across the chest here, across the chest here, and the sleeves were meant to be done in stretch. So I thought, oh right, okay. So I went and ordered some 4-way stretch netting, and that's seemed perfect. So this afternoon I've been doing the bodice, and when you do the bodice you also do the cape. And oh my god, I had to get my walking foot out, and that was just to do the bodice with this white stuff on it, and I lined it to make it sort of more sort of firm. But the way the pattern has it is that it says you can line it, but it shows you doing it where you still see all the seams and everything. So I was a bit disappointed with that, because I thought I'd be able to hide all the seams for the cape and everything. But I'll show you in a minute. But that blue netting, oh my God. Well, if I did it again, this dress again, I think I'd put a zip in the back, and then I could use whatever fabric I liked, because this has been a nightmare so far. So what I've done so far is, there's the bodice, and I've got this bit here, but as you can see, it's very fiddly. It moves about on the machine. Oh, it has been a nightmare. And I'll show you what I mean about the lining, which I was a bit disappointed. So yes, when they tell you to put it together, so this is lined, but then they tell you to baste along the bottom and baste along the top to get this shape for the sweetheart neck. So you're still going to have all this bit here. Then they tell you to top stitch it to help sort of shape it and bring that down. But you still got, it still looks pretty much annoying, and I'm sure that'll annoy the granddaughter something. So I reckon I'm going to have to come along with a hand sewing and sew that down with a running stitch hand sewing somehow and hide it, because that's going to annoy her. So I was disappointed that I'd have to change that if I did it again. And like I say, I mean, I've still got, as you can see, it's pulling a bit here. I've still got to get the sleeves on, and yes, I think I'd definitely put a zip in it next time, and then I can make it more fitted. Because the thing is, it keeps saying it tells you to baste it, then it tells you to top stitch it, so surely top stitching it's not going to stretch. So I've top stitched it all the way around, so it's not going to stretch. So I don't know how that's going to work on her body. So I do hope it fits after all this effort. But as you can see, I mean, it will look beautiful. I've got to put the satin skirt on and do the sleeves. But yes, I could never do a tutorial with it. I was pulling my hair out. So it's just, I'm just disappointed with this bit here. You know, the whole idea was that, well, I thought I'd line it. I went for the lining idea to hide that in there, but that's not the way they've done it. So I would do it differently next time. I thought I'll follow the instructions this time, but yes, I would do it differently so that I could then hide all that inside the two pieces. But it will look nice when it's finished. But it is a bit pulling a bit here and there. Yes, I'm sure it'll look lovely. It'll look lovely on her. If it can survive the summer, that's the main thing, isn't it? Because she'll be too small for her next year. So I suppose as long as she can put it on and off a few times this year, it will be great. But yeah, so it's coming along. So hopefully the next time I speak to you, it will be finished. But I think I'm going to, I need a stiff drink to carry on with these sleeves, but we shall see. So I'll get back to you. Bye. Okay, it's Tuesday the 15th and I'm back. I've finished the Elsa dress. Apart from hemming it, I've just sent a text to her mum asking her to measure from the waist down to find out what length I need to hem it. But this was what I was making, this Elsa dress for Elle, who's going to be 3 in a couple of weeks. And oh, well, it was a labour of love, that's for sure. Here we are. I will put a picture up here of it hanging on the door so you can see. I don't think I could have done it without my walking foot. I found this walking foot in the bottom drawer, universal one, and I managed to fit it on my machine, and it was a lifesaver. But saying that, this 4-way stretch netting that I got for the sleeves and the bodice was a nightmare. As you can see, the neck, what happened was when I went to hem it, the neck was just gaping terribly. So then I added some ribbon to stabilize it a bit, but it was still gaping. So what I've done is I've threaded elastic through there. So I've drawn it in. It's got really thin like cord elastic, and what I'm thinking is if it's too big, if it's too tight and her head's too big, when I pull it, the cotton, the thread where I've sewn it will break, but the elastic will still be there to hold it together. So then that will draw it in. But yes, it's been a labour of love. I mean, the pattern's good, but it's, you know, I think it's going to be uncomfortable for them, because, or even though I would do it different, because even though they said you could line it, the way they told you to do it was really you were just doing it double layered. So you've got all this bulk here against their stomachs. Now if I was doing it again, I would make sure that was inside between the 2 lining pieces. And I mean, I will do it again because I've got 3 granddaughters, so I'm going to do it again. But yes, but they grow out of it so quick, so she'll wear this, and then I'll probably have to make her another one in a year or so anyway. But yes, I would make sure I would, but I wanted to follow the pattern exactly, and I don't think I would use this netting again. I think I would use a stiffer bit of tulle, or and I might even put a zip in, I don't know, but I haven't been able to try it on her yet. So I mean, I could try it on her and it fits gorgeous, and I think no, I can tweak a bit next time and still roughly follow the pattern, but it is a lovely dress, and I mean I'm sure she'll have hours of fun playing with that. I'm hoping that it will go on easy enough and be roomy, and like I said, I've made it far too long, which is a shame, because I mean, it depends. I might get it if it's just under half of what I've got here, then I can use it for the other granddaughter and I can make an identical one, because they're both the same age. But yes, I'm really pleased with it. But it was a labour of love. But then again, I mean, it was 2 days' work, so on and off. But yeah, I enjoyed making it, and it does look pretty. My husband said, "Oh my God, the hours you spent on that all day," he said, "you could have bought one." But I said, "It's not the same, is it? It's not the same." I wanted to make it, so she asked me and I wanted to make it, so she can say that her nan made it. So yes, so really pleased with that, and I'll put a picture up here of it hanging on the door, and I think it's yeah, and if I can get a picture of her on it, but the trouble is if I wait till her birthday, then this will probably be up before you see a picture of her wearing it. But I probably might do another one, and then I'll have a picture of her wearing the other one, and I'll show you in a couple of weeks' time. But yes, so I thought I'd come on, let you know I've done it, it's finished, and I can get on to the next project. What am I doing now? I want to make some more stuff for myself, so I'll have a look and see what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.